Hello, potato. Some time ago, I became acquainted with Milo. Nestle's Milo, a malted chocolate milk beverage popular in vast swaths of the world that aren't here. But basically what it is chocolate milk with these little, super, buoyant grape nut looking things that float on the top of it, and I guess make it healthy for you. It's 90 calories per serving, 3 tablespoons plus 8 ounces of milk. And apparently it's popular in large portions of the world. I know they make ice cream and stuff out of it that I can't get here, or at least it's not available easily to me here. But I tried it and it was fine. But in that video, I theorized that it might be similar to Ovaltine. And so I've decided let's circle back around and find out. But that's where the problems came in. See, while as far as I know, there's only one Milo, at least there's only one that I've seen on the shelves. Again, I'm getting it from import stores. There may be other options available in Milo's more home countries. But Ovaltine, there's different kinds, and I'm not sure which is original Ovaltine. I went with this one because it's classic malt, and I mean, to me that sounds like that's probably original, but I have no idea if this is the Ovaltine that little orphan Annie intends for me to drink. But it seems like it's a fairly similar thing. It's a chocolate malted beverage. Differences are in calories. It's 140 calories versus just 90. Although I'm not sure if that's including the milk or not. Honestly, I haven't looked that deeply into it. Because it's only 40 if you are just, eating spoonfuls of Ovaltine. But this takes 2 tablespoons, this takes 3 tablespoons. And I thought, we'd see how they compare to each other. But wait. There's one other competitor in this Milo and Ovaltine face-off, and that is Ovaltine. Yep, this would be Ovaltine from Thailand. I've seen this for years on the shelf at one of my local international markets, and I was like, what's that like? Is it different than American Ovaltine? Why have they bothered importing Ovaltine to the US when we have Ovaltine here? And so I thought, if we're going to do Milo versus Ovaltine, we should do Milo versus Ovaltine versus Ovaltine. This is from Thailand. I for years thought it was Korean, but it actually just says product of Thailand on it. This also is 3 tablespoons of mixed to 8 ounces of milk, and it's 160 calories. So it's definitely different. 140, 160, and of course, then the lower end version at 90. I wonder if these two are going to end up being more flavorful than this one was. But, again, I'm still theorizing these are probably very similar, and the ingredients sort of bear this out. Like, the top ingredients on the Milo are malted barley, tapioca starch extract, sugar, cocoa processed with alkali, non-fat milk solids, non-fat milk, and so on. The ingredients on our Thai Ovaltine are malt extract, whey, tapioca syrup, cocoa powder, processed with alkali, full cream milk powder. It's actually a much shorter ingredient list. Has barley and milk in it. And then there's the American stuff. And this is where I knew that these are going to be at least a little different. Number 1 ingredient in America, sugar. Now, I was at least a little pleased to see that the number 1 ingredient wasn't corn-based, like corn syrup, but you don't have to go far. Sugar, whey, corn maltodextrin, malt extract, and non-fat milk, caramel color, beet juice color. So, it's American. You got to get corn in there somewhere. But, today we're going to try them out. We are going to have ourselves a face-off of Milo and Ovaltine, which of course means mixing up a batch of each. Now, each takes 8 ounces of milk. Thankfully, I've got approximately 24 ounces of milk right here. So we're going to mix this up some Milo and Ovaltine per the instructions. I'm not going to overweight things. I'm going to do it the way it says. This is 3 level. I thought it's a 2. It's 3. Those 2 are 2. Never mind. I can't remember. That's why I'm reading them. 3 level tablespoons of Nestle Milo in a glass. Add 8 fluid ounces of cold milk and stir briskly. All right, so this one's 3 leveled tablespoons. 1, 2, and a 3. All right, so there's our Milo. Now let's open up the Ovaltines. These haven't been opened already, so I will have seals, I'm sure, on here to take off. Also, you can see what they look like before we put the milk in, which will help either reinforce or dissuade my idea that these are the same thing. So this one was 2 tablespoons, right? Yeah, 2 tablespoons to 8 ounces of cold milk. Okay, so straight off, this is much more powdery. We don't have the little grape nut looking chunks there. We have a much lighter color. That's interesting. I think it's even a lighter color than what looks like through the glass of the Thai Ovaltine. All right, so that's our 2 tablespoons of that. So I'm actually following instructions. It's a change, I know. No, actually, I'm thinking good about trying to follow the instructions. I don't know that I always succeed, but we try. All right, and our Thai Ovaltine, and again, much like the American Ovaltine, it is a much lighter, much thinner or powdery consistency. We don't have the big chunks. But it's a much darker in color than the American Ovaltine. I'd say the color is closer to Milo than it is to American Ovaltine. So it's got the consistency of the American Ovaltine with the color of Milo. And this was 2 or 3 as well. This was 3 tablespoons and 8 ounces of milk. And I've spilled Ovaltine all over the table. You can't see it because it's off camera, but it's there, and I'll have to clean it up later. All right, so ingredient-wise, we know that the ingredients between these two are fairly similar, although, again, this has those chunks in it, and this does not seem to have any little, like, barley chunks. I'm assuming it's barley chunks. I honestly don't know. And then America, it looks kind of like Nestle Quick. Very light in color. Smells chocolatey. This actually has much less scent to it than the American stuff. Also not as strongly scented, but I want to say I smell the chocolate more in this one than I do in the Milo. Yeah, I can smell it, I think, better. This one almost doesn't have a scent much to speak of at all. Yeah, the American one smells very, very chocolatey, but like fake chocolate, like Nesquik. This smells like Nesquik. So that is that's interesting. So I guess now we just need to mix them all up. And for that, I have a measuring cup. So we can try to hopefully measure out 8 ounces of milk. So let's do that. All right, so they're all mixed up now, and the American Ovaltine is definitely the palest of the bunch. Obviously, the Milo looks different because it has that stuff floating on the top, which again doesn't look super appetizing, but I know it's fine. This was 2 tablespoons, and these were each 3 tablespoons. So I guess that means while this is lower in calorie than the Thai Ovaltine, it's only because you're using more of the Thai Ovaltine. So I'm wondering if that means it'll be more flavorful. The American Ovaltine definitely had the stronger aroma before being mixed, but it's got the palest of the colors. This one's a little less pale, or rather, sorry, a little paler than the Milo, which of course has like stuff streaming off of the little floaty bits. Interestingly though, also, I don't know if you noticed in the video, but the Milo all like immediately floated to the top of the milk, where both the Ovaltines stayed to the bottom of the glass and actually stuck a little bit to the sides. I think I guess a little bit still there, a little bit still there. But this one I didn't have to worry about. This one I almost had to fold into the milk as much as actually stir it like I did these two. All right, so let's begin the tasting. So just remember to do a spoonful just to get a little sip of each. So we'll start with the American, start with the home team, USA. Looks like very pale chocolate milk. Let's give it a try. Yeah, just chocolate milk with kind of a weird malty taste to it. You know, I guess malted used to be like a big thing. You don't see those so much anymore, but it's fine. I mean, I can see maybe why I haven't been drinking it all these years. Let's try the Thai Ovaltine, our import. Wow, that is very different taste. That is just drastically. I taste the what, the barley was it? It tastes like cereal. This tastes like a reasonably healthy cereal. I guess the malt extract is what I'm tasting. I don't know, but yeah, these are vastly different tastes. This clearly is more for the American palate. This is for areas where not everything has to be just loaded up with corn syrup and sugar. Vastly different. All right, now I guess sort of for control, because we've done it before, let's have some Milo, which I think tastes a lot more like that than like that. But let's see if we can get some without the little. I mean, I guess it has to get the little crunchy bits because that's part of the presentation, right? I just really want to get the flavor. All right, here's our Milo. Definitely more chocolatey than the other two. Definitely not as sweet as that. That is super sweet. I have to have a bigger drink of it. I mean, now when I say that's sweeter, I don't mean it's like teeth achingly sugary sweet, although the number one ingredient is sugar. But it's still fairly mild on the sweetness, by American standards at least. It's just much more sweet than the other two. Let's try our bigger sip of our Thai Ovaltine. Yeah, that's basically almost like, not by my standards, for my palate. And depending on what you're used to, it may be different. But for me, that's not sweet at all. It's almost kind of a subtle cocoa with a strong grain flavor. Again, it tastes like cereal. It tastes like a lightly cocoaed cereal milk, if that makes sense at all. But it's drastically different from the American Ovaltine. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised that they're different. I'm surprised that they are that different. And let's try a drink of the Milo. Yeah, Milo is kind of a middle ground between the three. I'm gonna say it's lighter in like cocoa flavor than the Ovaltine, and lighter in the cereal flavor too, honestly. But not as chocolatey as the American, and not as sweet. This has like almost a dark, not savory, but not sweet flavor. Almost more of a dark cocoa kind of a flavor than these two. But this one definitely is the sweetest of the three, which, again, that makes sense. It's the American version. So which one do I like best? I mean, that's the question, because now I have these three things of chocolate mix to drink, and obviously I haven't been drinking Milo up to now because the jar was still almost full. See, my American palate likes this one because it's sweeter. Which, I mean, as an American, I suppose I have to go probably with that. I do like the Milo. I'm not going to become like a devotee of Milo, but I do like it. I think I probably would be more likely if I were to buy more of it. If I were to buy more of it, I think I'd probably buy Milo. I mean, I think the Ovaltine appeals to my tastes better, but I could just buy Nesquik if I just want chocolate milk. If I'm wanting something that's, you know, like debatably healthy, I feel like the Milo or the Ovaltine are probably the better options. What do we have on here? Sodium, 6% of your daily with milk. Some salty milk. Any vitamins? We have with milk, 25% of your calcium, 6% of your iron, and 10% of your potassium. But most of that calcium and potassium are coming from the milk. What are we looking at on Milo here? 8% of your vitamin D, 10% of your calcium, 25% of your iron. That's a lot more iron. And 2% of your potassium. So if you're looking for iron content, Milo's probably the winner. And over here, iron is 10%, potassium's 8%, sodium is 6%. So fairly even with the Thai Ovaltine. So I guess it depends on what you're looking for. Milo, I think Ovaltine is to instantly the best taste, but if you're wanting something that's a little bit, that tastes a little healthier, Milo's probably a nice middle ground. This, not sweet at all. Not like at all. It's just like, I know I'm repeating myself here. It's like you've poured some cocoa powder into a healthy, like almost like a grape nuts kind of cereal. Is that the taste? I don't know if it's grape nuts, but it's definitely a healthier cereal. And you just add some cocoa powder to it, and that's the milk that's left. Of course, grape nuts never has milk left because it just sucks it up like a sponge. Yeah, so I think, all right, final judgment. If I were to buy one of these again, it would probably be the Milo. It's not overly sweet. It's not underly sweet. It's got more iron in it. And it gets to, allows me to be a contrarian because I'm not drinking Ovaltine like it's 1956. Well, that was interesting, and I hope you found it interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. You haven't been able to see the Milo can this entire time. That's probably was a mistake on my part, wasn't it? Oh well. You can watch them for these last few seconds.